Local communities are often the key provider of treatment for persons who struggle with mental health, but funding is always a critical dilemma. Hello everyone and welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Robert Trainum and we are here on location in our nation's capital for the National Association of Counties Legislative Conference. Joining me is Supervisor Linn Langston, First Vice President of NACo. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So, mental health is clearly a very, very serious dilemma that we find ourselves in, but the critical question is, what about the critical funding for it?
Well, that's key, and probably the most challenging thing that we find within the National Association of Counties is that not every state does funding for mental health issues the same.
Why is that?
Because counties are a creature of state government, and states get to determine the way they want to do it. So you have 32 states in this nation that require counties to play a significant role in the funding for people with mental health and developmental disabilities. So that makes it a challenge. It's not always, as we would hope, a consistent message, but it is a consistent problem. So when you look at the things that we've seen going on around the country, Sandy Hook, Columbine, Aurora, those are all issues related to mental health. So our goal at the National Association of Counties is to educate lawmakers about the importance of mental health funding and getting people the help and assistance that they need early, and really helping families as well as our clients and constituents.
So how do you do that in the economic environment that we find ourselves in, where quite frankly everything is a priority? When you take a look, I think if you talk to the National Association of Transportation Individuals, they would say that critical funding needs to go towards roads and bridges. If you speak with teachers, they clearly would say education. My question is, how do you prioritize when everything is a priority?
Well, it's always a challenge, but I'll give you an idea that in Linn County, Iowa, where our budget is about $120 million, about a quarter of that budget goes to mental health and physical services. So that's a large amount of money. So we've clearly made it a priority. That has been our choice. That is a choice in many counties. Some of that is driven by the states who require us to do that. So you really can't get away from it. And in many states, this funding has been cut over the last few years. States are scrambling right now to reinstate that money because people know we really have to address this
And is
issue.
that because, as a direct result of the shootings that you mentioned a few moments ago, Sandy Hook, Columbine, Virginia Tech? So in other words, for the last couple of years, it wasn't a priority. But unfortunately, because of the recent news events, it is now at the top of the priority list?
I think in many places it is. There are multiple issues. This is one of those very complex issues that doesn't fit well into a soundbite. But mental health parity is important. That hasn't been there. Oftentimes people have substance abuse problems along with mental health problems, and it's oftentimes because they're really trying to hold themselves together. You and I may not think that substance abuse is a good idea, but if you have schizophrenia or paranoia, that might be a reasonable choice. So it really is trying to get tools into the hands of the people that can help, so that we can help make people's lives better.
And for the benefit of the viewers that are watching this program at home, is there anything that they can do? Should they lobby their local officials? What can they do?
I think that they can. Oftentimes this is a hidden problem until it bursts on the scene. So
is it a hidden problem, or is it because people just choose not to talk about it because
well,
of the
I think
stigma?
people have chosen not to talk about it because of the stigma, but also because it's complex. Most people would find there's someone in their family that has a mental health issue, maybe smaller rather than larger. So it is important to let your local legislators know, and this to me is key. We are a community. If we are a community, then we help everyone.
All right. Words well said. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
And of course, thank you for joining us for this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Robert Trainum. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.